Hey guys, how you doing? Steve Lav here. I just wanted to do a little video on the importance of tools and what I think about tools and different elevations of tools. And there's been a lot of talk lately about you need certain tools to do the job, and if you don't have this particular tool, you're not a real mechanic, or some real crazy stuff's been said. And a lot of guys that got bum hurt about it. And you know it is what it is. Everybody's got an opinion. We all state what we think. And what I think about the whole thing, I'm a firm believer in buying the best tools that you can buy myself. I like to have the best of the best. Don't mean that you can't get by with something that's doesn't do as much. um, Certain drills are hammer drills and regular drills. Other drills are just regular drills. Can you get by with a regular drill? Depends on the job you're doing. Been a lot of stuff said about reporting and not no doing reporting on every job you're on HVAC jobs. Well, some companies want to do reporting on every job. Some other guys disagree with it. But that's what opinions are about. You can state what you think. I would do a report if the customer wanted it, and I won't definitely do one on every job because, in my opinion, it's not needed. Some guys would disagree, but that's fine. I'm not gonna bird dog anybody for doing reporting on every job they go on. It's up to them. It's up to them and their boss. If they want them, to do all that stuff, get all that information and document it all, that's fine. Fine with me. I don't care. Um, I just recently, been upgrading a lot of my tools. I started out with analog gauges. Then I went to the Testo 570, which I ran for about a year, and I had the 550 and the 557 also, the Testos, and they're great gauges. Great, especially if someone's starting out, a young guy, get a set of 550s, Testo 550s. It's a great gauge, give you superheat, subcool right there. But you can get by with doing it with analog and temperature probes. Just do the math yourself. It's not that hard. You can get by with analog gauges, is what I'm saying. There's guys that have been doing it for 40, 50 years using analog gauges, you know. Then they got the Spol and Smart tool. They got the iConnect iManifold, which I have. I got the Spol and Smart tool, and they got the new Testos that came out, the wireless stuff, which is nice also. You know, I like the iConnect because I like um, the detailed app. It's pretty cool. And you can do reporting. You don't have to do reporting on every job. I know I don't, but I have the capabilities of doing it. If I want to do a report or check airflow or any of that stuff, I could do it. I have all the stuff. Do I use it on every job? No, I don't. But I can if I need it. Um, I just recently upgraded. I picked up a little rigid high definition camera for checking heat exchangers and stuff. The MI Heating guy does a lot of that. And I got one that's a little Milwaukee, but it's not as clear as the one I just picked up. The one I just picked up was the rigid CA 300. It was like $450 for the camera. But like I said, I don't mind spending money on tools because for me it's a tax write-off. And like on a pipe machine, if you're going to be threading pipe, a lot of guys will thread pipe by hand. Not me. I got a pipe machine. I set that pipe machine up, man. I turn that thing on. Let's let it rip, potato chip. Some tools can make your life a lot easier. You know, and that's why we get tools, to make our life easier. I do spend a lot of money on tools. If I look on what I spent on tools last year, probably, I don't know, 17,000 dollars on tools. I always buying stuff on eBay, always buying all kinds of stuff. But it's a tax write-off. It comes off the business, and I own my own business. So, you know, um, if you're in business, I think you should have the best of the best. You get what you need. I got tools in my truck, all kinds of different stuff in my truck. Some stuff I never use for years, but when I need it and I'm in a jam, boom, it's there. I go in the truck, I crawl in the truck, I find that tool, I know it's in there, and gets me out of a jam. I got all kinds of pipe extractors, different size ones. There's all kinds of stuff. Different sawzalls, cordless, corded stuff, grinders, all kinds of stuff. And I'm a firm believer in getting, getting set up nice, and have what you need to do the job. You know, so don't be scared to spend money on tools. You know, long you have that tool probably for 20 years, 30 years, or whatnot. That's just my take on the whole tool thing. And then there's guys that are saying, "Oh, unless you have this certain tool, you're not a real mechanic." That, come on, that's not true. That is not true. A real mechanic can do the job with the inferior tools. Like a real good HVAC guy, you know, he could get a pair of digital gauges and a temperature gauge and probes and go around, and he could do the job. Don't think he can't. So don't fall for the hype that, oh, unless you have this particular this or particular that, you're not a real mechanic. No. Only a dumbass would say that or believe that. That's not true. Not true. I've had a couple of guys ask me about my generator video. I'm still waiting on an electrician to show up. It's been about a week or so. He's been on a big job. He came by and we discussed on what we were gonna do, and he just said it hasn't had time to get back over here. So as soon as he comes and wires it, I'll finish up that series. It's a pretty good series. I've got some pretty good hits on that generator series, and it's probably about a week and a half out since my last one that until the electrician shows up. But like I said, he's been on a big job, so I do apologize for the wait. But as soon as I get it up and running, I will, finish up that series for sure. I get a lot of questions about the little dog. I just recently picked up a little rescue dog, and she's been in diapers because I've been putting her in diapers. The reason I've been doing that is because she's been peeing in the house. You know, she's got separation anxiety, and I don't know why she's been peeing in the house, but she's good for a couple of weeks, and then she lets it rip potato chip, and I take her out all the time. So if you see the dog in some of the videos, in the house, sometimes I put a diaper on it. That's the reason why, just to stop her from peeing in the house. So. In the truck, I don't put a diaper on her, but I had my other dog was 16 and a half years old. She was home for 4 years in diapers, so just from incontinence with her. This one's only 7, so I don't know where she came from as far as what kind of life she had before she come to me. So I've been just trying to work with her to get her past that issue. So you'll see her in some of the cooking videos, and she's got a little diaper on there, with a little pad on the inside, just to keep her honest. If she's gonna let it rip, she's not gonna like it too much. So it's a training thing. So I just figured I'd mention that because I got quite a few people asking me about the dog. Well, how come the dog's got diapers on? That's the reason. She's in training, mama. Gotta get her in training. I can't have her, letting her rip on in my house whenever she wants, every couple of weeks. No. We gotta train her. So that's what the deal is with that. I'm working with her. She's a great little dog, and you gotta just kind of work with her. Either I get rid of her. I don't want to get rid of her. She's a good little companion. So that's the deal there. Yeah, so it's April 23rd, 2016, and gonna start ramping up with air conditioning videos. I'm hoping to do some, condenser cleanings and do some more with the HVAC charging and stuff like that. Because my season, I'm up here in the Northeast, so I do basically just work on air conditioners. There's a few heat pumps up here, but not a lot. So most of my stuff is AC, straight AC. And there's a lot of old systems up here, man. Old ragged systems that people keep, just keep adding gas to them and just keeping them going. Man, there's so many systems up here that need to be replaced. It's ridiculous. So some people are tighter than 2 coats of paint, And some of the stuff I see is ridiculous. But now with the hike of 22, it's going to be interesting this year. Shit, man, I could go around all summer just topping units off just to get people AC. These old systems are beat. They need to be upgraded. And like I said, some people are tighter than 2 coats of paint. But it's going to have to, jack up the price of the 22. That's it. I only juice them up so many times, and I tell them that's it. You need a new system. You can't do it every year. Try to find leaks. Not always easy to find leaks. It could be in a wall. Most of the time they're in the evaporator, but sometimes they're in the condensing unit. The last guy to put it in cooked the valves. Didn't wet rag the valves, cooked them, they're leaking out of the valves. Could be anywhere. But it's going to be interesting to see this year, because the price of 22 is really going to start to climb, and it's going to be interesting. And I'm hoping to do some cleaning condenser videos and stuff like that, and some charging videos. A lot of my stuff up my way's got low airflow, like right out of the gate. The systems are put in half the return that they need, and it's really, really, really ugly. And you just do the best you can with what you got to work with, you know. Some of these guys go to school and they think, oh, superheating subcool's got to be this and that, and out in the real world, it's not always that case, If the system is installed oversized or the ductwork's not proper, your pressures aren't going to be right. So you got to do the best you can with what you got to work with. You kind of rob from Peter to pay Paul and get the system to work, Yeah, they work like that. They're efficient and, no, but they cool. And that's the type of stuff I see on my way, man. Some of it's really, really bad. Mismatched equipment, uh, and this shit's been like that for 20 years and it's still running. Like I do the best I can with some of these systems. Not all of them. I'm not saying all of them, but there's a good portion of them that are just downright a mess. And they wouldn't get away with that down south, because down south they run the air conditioning a lot more. Up here, it's couple of months, 3 months. You might get a couple of days in the high 90s. Other than that, it's not so bad. So up where I live, the stuff seems to last longer up here because it's not used as much. Down in Arizona and Florida and stuff like that, them systems there run a lot more than they do up north, because it doesn't get as hot up here. But anyway, I'm sorry for blabbering on and on. I just wanted to do a little vlog and just kind of talk about a couple of things. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the summer this year. Hopefully, I get some decent jobs I can record and get some videos out of it. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for the subscribing. And I do appreciate all the comments and all the well wishes from everybody. And I'm going to continue to do videos, continue to post videos for as long as I can. So stay tuned for more, and I'll try to bring whatever I can to the table. All right, guys, have a good weekend and stay out of trouble.